I think he's been offered. I don't know that has it been signed, sealed, and delivered. Well, look, either way, it looks like he's going to be the offensive coordinator of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is from the Washington Post. Jay Gruden will land with Jacksonville as offensive coordinator for Jags.
Yeah.
He's verbally accepted the job.
Got you.
Yep.
Right.
Jags to hire ex-Redskins coach Jay Gruden.
And we had heard Jacksonville was rumored to be one of the teams interested.
They're going to have to make a decision. I think the decision's been made, but do you give Nick Foles a shot to be back as your starter? You paid him a ton of money.
I don't know.
Or do you just go with Gardner Minshew?
I think if the salary cap ramifications aren't horrendous, I think you might just have to go with Minshew. Like, cut Foles, try to trade him, do something. The team responded better to Minshew than they did to Nick Foles. It just did.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter that Foles is making $18 or $19 million, whatever his crazy salary was, and Minshew was a 6th or 7th round pick. Minshew was better.
He was better.
He just was.
And Minshew, for a guy who was he drafted really late, like 6th round, something like that?
6th or 7th rounder. I'll double check it.
Minshew.
I think it was 6th.
I mentioned this
5th or 6th.
a few weeks ago at the end of the season. Was asked about his numbers and how they compare to Kyler Murray, who was the number 1 pick in this year's draft, rookie quarterback, and Daniel Jones, who was drafted in the 1st round, 2nd quarterback drafted, who put up some pretty good numbers. And he had kind of a chip on his shoulder, and he said, my numbers were better.
Minshew was the 178th pick in the 6th round in 2019.
Yeah, so he was drafted just ahead of Trace. I think Trace was the last quarterback picked.
Right.
But Minshew was right ahead of him. So, yeah, 6th round pick. Foles signed a 4-year, $88 million deal with the Jags.
Yeah, I was lowballing him by saying he's making 19 or 20.
Yeah. Now, he's got a potential out after this year. But I think that's his out. I don't think that's a team out. And I don't know what they're going to be able to do there. I mean, he's got a bunch of money still left on that deal. I don't know how you can get out of that.
The only thing that I worry about with this is, big surprise, fantasy ramifications. How does this impact like Leonard Fournette going forward? Because we saw how the Jay Gruden kind of bristled at Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
And Fournette he's more versatile than Adrian Peterson, but he's that same type of big kind of bruising power back type. Wonder how he's going to be utilized by Jay Gruden.
I'm curious, do you believe that Jay Gruden, who's been a head coach now in the NFL, will return to the sidelines or be a booth guy? He strikes me as a booth guy.
I don't know. What did he do in Cincinnati?
Some
Was he a booth guy?
OCs are on the field.
I can't remember.
Don't know. I'm going to say because he's used to being on the field as the head guy, stays on the field.
But didn't Norv Turner return to the booth?
I can't remember.
I feel like Norv's always a booth guy as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Some guys like being down on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's where he'll prefer. That's where I'm more curious. I know you're big on the fantasy.
You care where he sits or walks up and down the sideline?
It piques my curiosity a little bit.
Okay.
To see if Jay goes back to the booth, which to me, the guys who are in a booth, that screams, I'm just a coordinator for life. I'm not really going to be a head coach.
Interesting.
And he became a head coach, and maybe he'll become a head coach again. I think that he's probably one of those guys that is just destined to be a coordinator the rest of his career. And that's fine. And I think he's good scheming offense. I don't think he's great scheming offense. I think he's good.
I just don't understand why the Jags are holding on to Doug Marrone. What are they doing?
I don't know.
They're going to give him one more run?
One more chance.
Okay. Good luck with that.
They like him. They like the guy.
By the way, somebody tweeted
look how long it took Jerry Jones to fire Garrett.
Right.